Dun 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 dun. Welcome, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by once again, coming your way on this, the 30th anniversary of the full moon film from 1993 by the name of Robot Wars, having already showcased the 6 VHS releases of the film I own and the laser video disc to celebrate the 30th anniversary. I thought it only made sense to stop on by this time and showcase the now 30-year-old soundtrack compact disc release from Robot Wars. Taking a look at the back on the bottom, we've got I've never quite understood the oh, is that an R? Maybe it's a R and a C for maybe registered trademark and copyright, I don't know. 1993 Full Moon Entertainment, all rights reserved. Unauthorized deduplication is a violation of applicable laws. As we can see, at the time, Full Moon's record label was Moonstone Records, which I thought was kind of a cool name and a logo there. And you can also see next to the Full Moon Entertainment logo, compact disc, digital audio. Can't exactly remember when I got this CD. I didn't get a CD player until actually 30 years ago, 1993 as well. So I may have gotten this CD in 1993, possibly 94 or 95. But obviously this is the original compact disc release of the David Arkenstone soundtrack to the Full Moon film Robot Wars. Taking a closer look at the front cover, I've always disliked this cover. It's basically, I don't know who the hell's, if it was his choice to use this photo, and I mean, the photo would be actually not so horrible if it wasn't treated like this really goofy ass faded grainy version. But obviously we can see composer David Arkenstone on the cover there. Yeah, I don't agree with this way of this way of handling the front cover for the soundtrack. You got a little blurb here that you can barely see, or maybe it's my aging eyes, that says music from the film, and you've got the Robot Wars original 1993 logo there. Music from the film, Robot Wars. So I've always wondered why the hell this CD had to have this cover, which is just a picture of David Arkenstone, why it couldn't be the front cover or poster artwork or whatever. But I don't know if this was something that he would have demanded or asked for or whatever, but not thrilled with the cover. Okay, don't know exactly how I'm going to showcase this. I'll probably show the grand scheme of things, then I'll show individual squares. We've got basically this cover folds out into 4 separate pages. On far left, it's a black and white. On the inside here on the far left, we've got a action-packed still from Robot Wars, the stop-motion animation little figures there in Robot Wars Combat, along with all your credits. Look at this now. This is very interesting and not correct. We've got an R rating here, which if you know anything about the film, you know that is incorrect. The movie, pretty sure, is rated PG, so it's interesting to see the R rating there under the credits of Robot Wars. Then the second page here is just a little bit of a blurb from David Arkenstone and a black and white behind the scenes photo with Barbara Crampton and Mr. Extra Guy. You can pause and read if you want. Third page here continues and I guess finishes David Arkenstone's little blurb about how he got into making soundtracks for independent, low budget, in this case Full Moon film Robot Wars, and along with another black and white still of the scary ass, cool ass, whatever the hell stop motion animation robot with the laser, looks like a laser beam coming at it or missing it or something. Pause and read this blurb if you want to read this blurb. On the 4th page of the inside of the front cover fold out thing, you can pause and read this if you want. I guess it's a little blurb from the staff of Moonstone Records. Oh, actually, I can talk. They want to hear from us. So as you'll see on the other side of this front cover fold-out thingamabob, you've got you'll see the P.O. box or address or whatever the hell to send to in 1993. Just to give you an idea how this is all laid out, I'll show you the grand scheme of things. This is a color side. Obviously you can see on the right hand side the front cover. Taking a closer look at the left hand side, we've got a place to become a Full Moon fanatic. Please send to Full Moon Entertainment. It's not a P.O. box, it's 8721 Santa Monica Boulevard, number 526-M, West Hollywood, California 90069 to become a full moon fanatic and send them your mailing information. The second little blurb here looks like it's a different image from the front cover. This is, at least it's not all treated and grainy ass looking. Mr. whatever, Medieval David Arkenstone being all serious. I would imagine it's a photo shoot for this album if I had to guess. Not saying I'm right. Pause and read if you want to. We've got it says side 1, which is interesting. I mean, there's only one side to this particular compact disc. Pause and read if you want to. Obviously it gives all the tracks and their time, the total running time, and the credits there. As you can see, the album was recorded and mixed at DV Studios, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, not too far from where yours truly is broadcasting from. Taking a look at the third little square of this color side of this front cover fold-out thing, we've got a barcode, and honestly for years this is the way I had these images facing out on the front cover, and I probably should continue to do that as well. Seeing these three images on the front cover I thought was a better front cover than the picture, grainy, whatever, treated dumbass version of just the picture of the composer. This way we could actually see images from the movie, barcode, and 3 slam bang images from the movie, Full Moon Entertainment logo, Moonstone Records logo, and copyright, and blah 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 blah. Compact disc itself looks like this, no color to be found, just the compact disc with some printing on it, the 1993 original Robot Wars logo up top, original motion picture soundtrack by David Arkenstone. On the left there, Full Moon Entertainment. On the right, compact disc, digital audio, looks like catalog number of 28096-5102-2. On the bottom, Moonstone Records logo, and once again R and C, 1993, Full Moon Entertainment, and the rest that can be read there underneath there. And finally, taking a look at the back of the compact disc soundtrack for Robot Wars. This is what I'm talking about. How cool is this image? This image would have been really cool on the front cover, and maybe even David Arkenstone's picture on the back, or preferably David Arkenstone's picture nowhere, maybe inside the flappage or whatever. But as you can see, probably the coolest image on this whole CD soundtrack release is just this image here, which can also be featured in the closing credits of Robot Wars. I don't know if it's a publicity still, kind of a fake, I don't know, visual effects kind of an image of the hero robot, barcode of course, Robot Wars original 93 logo, and once again all of your tracks and what your tracks of what they are and the running time and the total running time, and you can see everything else that's pictured there. So this is how I had the front cover for years, and I think I'll go back to it. It makes more sense. It's actually images from the movie, and you've got a Full Moon logo and a Moonstone Records logo, and this cover I think is better than, in my opinion, David Arkenstone grainy ass, treated ass picture. I think maybe only his mom or his dad or his grandma, his grandpa, or any close relatives or loved ones might be interested. They might be the only ones interested in the picture of David Arkenstone on the front cover, but this is what I'd done for years and years and years. This is the way the soundtrack existed in my house for the years and years and years I've had it. Incidentally, I did actually email David Arkenstone earlier this summer, and I just wanted to send him a 30th anniversary of the soundtrack and the film appreciation of, how much the movie and, his music in particular in the movie meant to a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old Nate and beyond. Unfortunately, I didn't get any response. I guess I would imagine that, he's kind of went on to do quote-unquote better things, and probably I would this is just a guess, but I would think that maybe he probably, I have no idea, but I would if I had to take a guess, I'd say he probably looks back on his Full Moon years as being like, just dabbling in trite, B-movie soundtrack stuff. I mean, I could be wrong, but if I had to take a guess, he probably looks back at, these movie soundtracks he did for these Full Moon movies in the 90s as being, because he did do more. He did at least one other one for Mandroid, possibly other Full Moon movies of the early 90s as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I would imagine it's possible he thinks, looks back to this era of his life as being more or less, whatever, just lame ass, or maybe he's gone on to quote-unquote bigger and better things. And I just thought it was a little bit of a a bummer that he didn't respond, but what the hell, you know, the Harry Manfredini responded to me 2 times. I emailed Harry Manfredini twice over the course of, I don't know, a decade or whatever, and he responded both times. So I'd much rather have Harry Manfredini respond than David Arkenstone anyway. So I guess that'll do it for the showcasing and my little bit about, you know, thinking about what David Arkenstone possibly thinks of his years working for Full Moon, probably mailing in from Wisconsin his frickin' his fucking film scores for these low budget movies. I mean, if you haven't heard, you know, because you know, if you know anything about Charles Band and a lot of stuff he does, obviously his brother Richard Band did a lot of the music. So the David Arkenstone stuff was really kind of a fresh sound back in, you know, '93, and I think Mandroid was done around the same time as well. So it was a nice, fresh, different sound from, not to say that Richard Band, you know, is bad. It's classic stuff from, you know, Charlie Band movies and stuff. But it was a David Arkenstone years, or a year, or however the hell long it lasted, was a interesting, different sound in some Full Moon soundtracks. So as always, I'm blabbing and blabbing and rambling and rabbling. I think that does it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, we'll catch you on the next video.